Well, this is a really, I can't stress, important game against the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton, Game 4. Because if we drop this game, then Edmonton is right back in the series. It'll be a 2-2 series tie. I would be going back on home ice with quite a bit of pressure, to be honest. So for us, there is pressure in this Game 4 tilt. We kind of have to win. This is kind of a must-win in my mind to prevent letting the Oilers get back in this series. Welcome to what is basically must-win territory, really, for both of these teams. I think I said that about Game 3. Game 3 was not so much a must-win for us, but it was for Edmonton, and they came through. They did take Game 3. We didn't look our greatest, but I didn't play a bad game, personally. On my side of things, I didn't play a particularly bad game. We cannot let Connor McDavid and this top line get right back into the series right here. McDavid has been a handful going back to last season, and Nate just scores early to give us the lead, so that is what I want to see. And there we go. That's the perfect start. Ideal start. Get the first goal in the game, get the early lead. Just like that. That was buttery smooth by Martin Necas into the back of the net. Not even a minute into the game, about a minute into the game, and we've already gone off on the right foot. We are very close now to taking this, well, not taking this series, but going up 3-1 in this series. If we take a 3-1 advantage in this series, you would have to imagine that the Stanley Cup is ours. It's as good as ours. We've got one hand on the trophy if we win the game tonight. It's just a matter of coming back on home ice. If we win, it's a matter of coming back on home ice and putting the other hand on the trophy. It's a matter of putting our hand over the puck right now so it doesn't go over the goal line. And who is taking this faceoff for Edmonton? It doesn't matter because they didn't win it, but they do have it pinned. I believe it's Leon Draisaitl and the second line for the Oilers on the ice right now. That is also an equally dangerous line. We are way offside, Timo Meier. At least we didn't start this game off with a Connor McDavid breakaway on the opening puck drop, because that's what happened in Game 3. We gave up an opening puck drop breakaway, and we have 2 goals. Dylan Larkin on his second chance opportunity. He collected his own rebound off his initial shot, and he puts it past Ville Husso. Okay, I've got a really good feeling about this game now. I have suddenly got beautiful feelings about the way this game just may go. There's still plenty of time for me to do what I do best, and that is lousy goaltending. There's plenty of time for that to occur in this game. I mean, we're not even 5 minutes into gameplay, but there's still plenty of time for an implosion. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying brace yourselves, because, you know, we're playing the Edmonton Oilers, and we know the hole that they can absolutely rip into me in just a moment's notice. And here we go. That's what I'm talking about. This Edmonton team is never completely out of a game. They can give up 2 goals in the first couple minutes of the game, and they're never completely out of it. And another dangerous player, Jesse Puljujärvi, loses it. Domi, oh my goodness. That helmet went flying, and it seems Domi is okay. Head up at all times. Absolutely. You cannot play this sport and not have your head up at any level where there is contact involved. Kick face-off win by McDavid. So Roslovic with McDavid, first line on the ice again, always paying maximum attention. My eyeballs are glued to the screen. I mean, they're always glued to, well, not literally. They're not literally, like, I didn't rip them out of my face and then glue them to the screen. I mean, I can if you want me to. I just don't think that would be the best thing for this series. But yes, otherwise, eyeballs glued to the screen when McDavid and that line is on the ice, just because of the pure chaos that they can create. Remember, Connor McDavid has that X factor where he can just break away from defense. Oh, I should have had that. That is so unfortunate. Was I tardy in getting over there to make this? I felt like I timed this to perfection. I didn't need to dive, actually. I had gotten over there. My goaltender got over there in the butterfly in perfect time. There was no need to splay out like that. And I think, I'm not sure, do we get this? I think it's just going to go underneath before we get a... Yeah. Oh, no, we're going to get this. We get this with the elbow. So this is going to hit the elbow and then it's going to ricochet in. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not doing this. Connor McDavid, I am not going to be made a fool of in this series. You may have made a fool of me about like 3 times already, but that's it. No more, no less. I'm here to, it's time to get serious. I'm here to be serious. I'm here to play serious. And that wasn't a serious attempt at a save. At least we bounced back with a glove save there. You got to be delicate when you're dealing with the kind of talent that's on the ice. For the guys in the blue sweaters and the royal blue sweaters, you just can't overplay a situation or a scenario, and I think that's what I did with that first goal. Is I flat out overplayed it. I didn't need to dive. It seemed like the right thing to do in the moment, right? But that's playing within the moment, and looking at it in hindsight, which hindsight never fails. But looking at it in hindsight, I had got there in the butterfly. I could have easily had a save on that. It would have been no problem. It's McDavid. You're going to overthink McDavid a lot. And we are going to go to a power play. So the Oilers fans in the building are not going to like this. But Jesse Puljujärvi has done something wrong. And that's pretty brutal. Interference penalty just off to the side of Husso. Okay, so now we can re-grab our 2-goal lead that we had built up. It could be a 3-0 lead. If we score on this, we get our 3rd goal. Had we not given up the McDavid goal, we could have a 3-0 advantage coming out of this. We look like we are going to score on the power play. Just for starters, it looks like we're going to take a penalty, actually. 4-on-4 is coming up. Oh, never mind. Jonathan Drouin, a man born to take penalties. This guy can't help himself. And my God, is that what I think that is? Is that McDavid and Draisaitl on the 4-on-4? That makes a lot of sense. McDavid and Draisaitl against the opposition at 4-on-4, it is. This is only going to end spectacularly for Edmonton, and whatever the opposite of spectacularly is for me. That's going to bounce up behind the net, an odd deflection. D'Angelo into the slot. One-timer goes home for KK. Forget about needing a power play goal. We just got one at 4-on-4. That was pretty freaking easy. D'Angelo from the corner to the slot. Nothing prettier than that. Well, I have seen the light, and the light is red, and it's going off behind Ville Husso. For the 3rd time in the first period, we have really got the opportunity to completely blow the doors off this game. We score a 4th goal in this game. Oh my, Draisaitl, that was well handled on my part, to be honest. And now McDavid, down low to Draisaitl. He went back to the point. Now Nurse to Draisaitl, save, and we are going to very scarily play that to D'Angelo. This is McDavid. Across to Leon Draisaitl. We saved a little weird backhander. McDavid again, pressure with Draisaitl. Oilers keep it in. A penalty is coming up to the Hurricanes. And this is what ensues when McDavid and Draisaitl are on the ice together. Chaos ensues. This may be the only thing keeping the Edmonton Oilers in the game is our ability to stay out of the box. I mean, if we can't stay, this is a 4-on-3. It will become a 5-on-3 eventually for the Edmonton Oilers. They may not even need the 5-on-3. You want to keep this team in the game? Then keep taking stupid penalties. I feel like it's inevitable that a goal is going to happen. Nugent, Hopkins, and it has happened. I mean, did they even get the 5-on-3 time? I pulled myself off the short side. Guilty as charged. Let that be a lesson to you. Just stay out of the penalty box. We should be absolutely walking out of here with a dominating victory. And yet, here we are. We're going to close out the first 20 minutes of play, I assume. I mean, Edmonton's still in a power play here, but I assume we're going to close out this first 20 minutes of play with a 3-2 lead if things stay as they are right now. I mean, you're just asking for a goal against when you put Edmonton on a 5-on-3 power play or any power play of any sort. You're just begging them to shoot the puck into the back of the net. And you're making my job just that much harder. And it's going to continue to be. This is ruthless. We can't even get it halfway down the ice. They're right back in on me. Holloway is threatening to score a goal. And I think we may get through the kill here. Holloway's going again. Hyman, we made a save. I had to readjust to make the save. And if you guys can't stay disciplined and we keep having these breakdowns defensively, I'm going to have all the angst of a 15-year-old when we get back to the dressing room. Oh, this is just not serene. This is not serene right now. The way that we're playing, that he's going to have to dump that in. It's going to be a turnover created. If we can just get through the last minute of play without any charades. The only charade I want to see is the puck going in the back of the net. Goudreau will walk it in front. Oilers are in desperation mode to just clear and put an end to the first period of play. I think if you're Edmonton, you'll happily take this first period because you're going to come away only trailing by a goal. Well, there were an abundance of little mistakes in that first period for our team. It was not perfect. And one of those mistakes was on me, but some of those mistakes are also on the team defensively in front of me, having a few breakdowns where it's just not needed, taking penalties where it's just not needed. McDavid handing off to Hyman. Oh my goodness, that went right to McDavid. Had he made contact with that, I'm pretty sure that Edmonton would have just tied the game. It's a shame that we're coming into this period with Edmonton trailing by 1 goal, by a score of 3-2 at the end of the first period. I don't care if you guys get 4 goals in the first period, but there's no way we should have given up more than 1 goal. 1 goal is understandable coming out of that first period, but that second goal, one of those should have never gone in. I should have had the save on the McDavid goal, but, you know, everybody would like nice things, wouldn't they? And I can't have nice things. Can we have nice things in the form of a goal to go 4-2? No, we can't. Larkin's created a nice turnover. D'Angelo keeping it in to Svechnikov. He can't get a shot away, fanned on it. And the Oilers going to break out the attack the other way. Not much help here, but he finally gets it. It's going to, fortunately, roll right into my pad. We've caught a couple of mini breaks to start this period. We had the one where McDavid just did not make contact with a puck that was right there by his stick blade. And then the last one just trickled in on me. Holloway is going to try to shoot, blocked by D'Angelo. So we're getting in the shot lanes. That's nicely done. Max Domi to the outside. It's going to be poked free of Domi. And Holloway swoops in to help out. Saucer pass on the outlet, finding Puljujärvi. His dump in doesn't go anywhere. Domi, turn over to Holloway. Holloway's not a good player to turn the puck over to. He's been running rampant in this game. So far, he's been threatening to score. Probably will score eventually in this game. Puljujärvi pressures it in. He's got friends going backdoor. He goes back to the point instead. And we will make good on that by creating a turnover. Can we get it into the attacking zone and actually hold on to the puck for a while? In the O-zone, Domi behind the net. To Jarvis, it just doesn't get through Severson. If only Damon Severson was transparent, that would have worked out nicely. Hurricanes have kept the puck in. Nate just off a rebound that just went away from the stick of Drouin. He's going to get it right back into Husso, who I thought was going to catch the puck. We've done a good job of regaining possession and then just stripped of it by Nugent Hopkins, sent in. And I will play this behind my net. Ooh, sloppy, and this is a bad place to have a mistake. What I need to do is I just need to have a very simple game to the end here. We're halfway through. I just need to make a string of consecutive saves. It's really down to just that. Yeah, the 2 that went past me, it is what it is. Just start making consecutive, consistent saves and save the ones that you're supposed to have. Like the Nugent Hopkins one is a great example. I was supposed to have that. I was supposed to have a save on that shot. That was short side. It's my responsibility regardless of what the situation is on the ice. And the situation is it's 4-2. Max Domi goes right to the back door for what is essentially a tap-in. Double digits in the playoffs as well for Domi. So he has been an exceptional performer for this team. I'm not trying to get too carried away and excited because I know how quickly these types of games can still falter. I mean, you saw how quickly Edmonton got themselves right back in this game. Why did Husso play the puck right there? He has still not learned. I want to have a great feeling about coming back to Raleigh with an opportunity to lift Lord Stanley over our heads. It may not become a reality. When we're just giving Zach Hyman breakaways, that was just complete devastation. And Zach Hyman in this series has been playing like a freaking crackhead. I don't know. You guys might want to learn how to cover someone other than McDavid and Draisaitl, because there are other people on this roster that can pick up the slack when McDavid and Draisaitl aren't scoring enough. I clearly did not have my Lucky Charms for breakfast this morning. I mean, I normally eat them on game days. 1 goal on 2 shots in period number 2 specifically here, so which is a shambles. And then having the first period that I had, I really didn't need that. I told you, consecutive saves was necessary. Josh Morrissey almost would have had a breakaway. Instead, we are just barely clamoring to get back on side. This is odd. The puck is taking some strange bounces. Nate just in front. Druin collects, and Russo has made another stellar save. Another one off of the backhander. Yeah, I mean, the McDavid one, I should have had. Clearly, I should have had it. And then there was the Nugent Hopkins one. I definitely should have had that one. I take full accountability for that. But then the Hyman one, that was a breakdown. I don't feel bad for the Zach Hyman goal. I just feel bad that it ended up in my net. Well, I went into the dressing room and I snorted cocaine, or at least it seemed like it. Maybe it was cocaine, like Scarface. And now I'm ready to play this third period to play here. McDavid, you're not getting in my head today. And also, kids, don't do drugs. Least of all, not cocaine. Definitely do not. That is weird. How did the puck bounce up like that? It bounced way up in the air. It had crazy hang time. I don't know what's going on with this game anymore. I don't know what's going on with the puck physics. Maybe the puck physics are clearly out to get me. They are out to destroy my very reputation. The puck physics are involved. They are conspiring to prevent me from lifting the Stanley Cup. D'Angelo, that's a dangerous play. We just need to escape harm, get it out to center, get it in the zone. For the rest of the period, mission objective is just play in the offensive zone the whole period. You know, if McDavid can't do his thing, if he's not able to play in the offensive zone, right? So that sounds like a really good game plan to me. I don't know. Even when McDavid's just sitting on the bench, I'm terrified. He doesn't even have to be on the ice surface to have an effect on you mentally. I mean, you're just thinking about McDavid the whole game. If anyone has an impact on this one, it'll end up being anyone other than McDavid. How's that going to go in? What a weird trickler. They waved off the goal, but I'm assuming it's contact with the netminder. It looks to be that way, but this is the only replay we're going to get of it, isn't it? And it is the only replay we got. What is the call? It's waved off, so that's no goal. Man, we could have used that goal because a one goal lead is not enough insurance in the third period of play in this game 4. I mean, as far as I know, we're facing McDavid, we're facing Puloharvi. We got to save up high. You can never have enough insurance against a lineup as stacked as Edmonton is. There's no such thing as scoring too many goals on Ville Husso and the Oilers. Hyman is along and away. McDavid scores. Connor McDavid has tied the game. What do you know? That is the cost of not having more than a 1-goal lead. The Oilers, just like that, with their captain, have tied it. I'm dying a little bit inside because I know the importance of what that goal means in this game. Tie game, just like that. Halfway through in the third period, McDavid is still going with this first line for the Oilers. Continues, they persist in the attacking zone. We're just playing to survive. Dropping it back to Rosvik. I'm sure a shot's coming. It is Hyman. Not sure if that made contact with the 4x6 area of the net. Druin will pull up. Across, intercepted by Hyman. Not a good pass, but a good recovery and retreat on D by Montour means I don't see a breakaway. I've seen a certain few breakaways in this series already. Most of them coming in this building. In the previous game, in Game 3, we started the game with a breakaway from Connor McDavid. He didn't score on that one. 6.5 to go. 6.5 is a long way from home. No one's even close to home right now. The Oilers have the advantage, being in a tie game, in a game that I feel we've outplayed Edmonton. And we score. So Timo Meier is going to give us the lead right back. That's a clutch goal, Timo. It's Timo time. That's backbreaking for Edmonton to give that goal up. I was just about to say, they've got this game right where they want it. Tie game, third period, in a game that I'd say we've outplayed Edmonton. That remains true on the score sheet right now. That's a bad goal. Well, they do have this game right where they want it. Instead of a 4-4 tie, it's a 5-5 tie now. With 5 minutes left in the third period, that was straight up bad. I was way off the short side on that goal. And giving up 5 goals in this game, not what I had in mind. I should be playing better than this. The only positive is that at least we're not trailing late in the third period. This game looks destined for overtime. So, I don't know. Come out and be fired up for overtime because it looks like we're not going to overtime. Kotkaniemi off the backhander, off the post and in. This is the weirdest end of the third period we could have ever dreamed up. I didn't dream this up. I've given up 5 goals. I didn't dream about that. 5 goals in this game is more of a nightmare, but with a happy ending if we win the game. So a nightmare with a happy ending. Oh my goodness. Breakaway time is for Svechnikov, and we're just going to pad on to the lead. That works as an empty net goal, basically. And we are guaranteed to take game 4. Yeah, we're coming back to Raleigh now with a chance to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, I'm assuming McDavid isn't going to score 2 goals in 2.5 minutes. That very much could happen. I'm going to be on my toes for the rest of the game. Well, this wild circus-like game is coming to a short close soon. Hopefully we remain on top when the horn sounds. The only thing that matters is coming out of here with a W. Forget about personal statistics. Good play by Lindell in front of the net. That's bailed me out with 60 seconds to go in the game approaching. Net is now empty for the Oilers. First line on the ice for Edmonton. Just put it into the empty net. And Svechnikov, of course, misses it well wide. I'm not worried about that miss because he basically has what works as an empty net goal right now. That's on the back door, but not into the net. That's a big block at the point. Oilers are trying to fire on all cylinders with the last 30 seconds to go. Save. Okay, hold on. Hold steady. Hold steady, baby. Last 20 seconds, no more goals. Save, short side on Hyman. They try for a second try on the rebound. This is purely chaotic. This is not how I would have preferred to end game 4. And that's not going to go into the empty net. But with 12 seconds left, victory is a guarantee. And we finally get it to Druin with 8.6 to go. Empty net goal. That is the cherry on top. A victory. We've taken a 3-1 lead in the series. 1 save for good measure to end the game. And business is almost wrapped up. We have 1 opportunity on home ice to get it done, or else we're coming back here and playing a game 6 in Edmonton. Well, folks, the Stanley Cup is within reach. It's within reach. A 7.72 save percentage is pretty devastating. I could care less about any of this stuff. We are on the road to winning the Stanley Cup. It's 1 win away, but we still have to close things out on home ice, and that is going to be far from easy. This series is not over. I want to reiterate that Edmonton can still win the next 2 games in a row, and then anything can happen in a game 7 should this go to 7.